and welcome to episode 123 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I'm Amy Kate. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. I'm really excited to be back with you guys with another episode this week. I don't think anything new to share from last week. It has been a really busy week, but I have been able to squeeze in a bit of making here and there, so I thought I would still share progress, even if it's not as substantial as some weeks, but that's okay. Not every week can be super heavy on the making content, and this was definitely one of those weeks. But if you haven't already, I would love it if you went ahead and subscribed to the channel, and then don't forget to hit that notification bell right by the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. I also have so many links in the description box below for the places where you can find me on social media, my pattern shops, some specific things I'm going to be talking about today, and things like that. It's just a really good resource to always keep in mind. But yeah, let's see. Today is Friday, September the 16th, I believe. And it is a pretty overcast day, at least right now. I don't think it's going to actually stay that way, but we have been having, fall, I think, is in everybody's minds, but it is definitely still summer, and it definitely still feels like summer here in Alabama, where I am coming to you from. The days are pretty hot. We're still in the 80s, but the mornings have been a little bit chilly, like in the 60s. I think we've had a couple of days where it was like in the high 50s, and it has been absolutely amazing. I love chilly mornings. I am super excited for the season where I can just wear sweatshirts all day long and be cozy all day long, but alas, not quite there yet. I have been wearing leggings lately though and not dying of heat, so that's a win in my book. Anyway, I hope that you have a fun project to work on, a special drink to enjoy, a snack to munch on, whatever suits your fancy. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today, and let's go ahead and jump into the episode. I don't have any finished objects to share this week, unfortunately, but I do have some whips to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump into that. Alrighty, a mixture of the same works in progress since last week, but I do have some progress to show. Okay, so here is the first one. I guess this is technically a finished object. I mean, it's finished in my book, but it's not like perfect, for lack of a better word, or exactly what I wanted it to be, so I'm not completely satisfied with it enough to call it a really true finished object, I guess is what I should say. But this is the finished prototype of a tee that I'm currently designing. I've been working on this one for quite a while now, like probably at least a month, I would say. I used Knit Picks Cotton in the colorway Mustard Seed for this sample, and it is just such a cute mustard color. I love the shade of yellow so much. And it's a really basic construction. I worked bottom up in the round and then split for the front and back panels. Seamed the shoulders, added some short sleeves that don't have like any shaping or anything. And it turned out good. The only thing is, like I said, this is a design, and there are some things that I'm going to be changing before actually publishing it. I want to modify the shoulders a little bit to make the neck a little bit better, because I do not care for this neckline. It's not at all what I wanted, but I wanted to try to figure out the shoulders and the sleeves and stuff like that first, so that's kind of what I went with. But I think I have some ideas in mind on how I can fix that, and so I'm excited to apply those concepts into the second sample of this design. But yeah, that's basically it. It's done. The ends are not completely woven in, but I will do that in the future. Totally not a big deal, but yeah, I am excited about it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not completely satisfied with it. It still needs a lot of work pattern-wise, but I really want this to be like a really basic staple pattern for beginners and advanced knitters alike, and so I'm trying to kind of work hard to make that happen. And I'll be starting the second sample, I don't know when, before too long for sure, but not immediately at the same time. And this does use DK weight yarn, and I'm not actually sure that I have enough of a yarn weight similar to this in my stash right now, so I'll have to play around with that idea as well. But regardless, it is finished, which is very, very exciting. Okay, and then next up, let's go ahead and talk about my other sweater that I'm currently working on. This one, I haven't made a ton of progress on it. and it's like split into 2 bags right now. So whoa, I just flung a needle. Oops. Okay, so last week I shared that I finished the front or back, it doesn't matter, panel of this sweater, and here's what that looks like. So this is I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this word, and I meant to look it up, and I didn't. I think Mondrian Maybe sweater by 2 of Wands. I will link the pattern below. I'm using the free version that's on her blog. It is a super basic sweater. She uses a whole bunch of different colors in her sample and uses the intarsia technique. I'm just doing one solid color because I really wanted like an oversized kind of sweatshirt, pullover style sweater as we approach the fall and winter seasons. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just following that pattern and kind of hoping that it results in what I want it to be. And I think it is. It's going really well so far. So like I said, here's the first front panel done. And now I am just working on the second panel. And I was hoping to have it done this week, and I didn't quite get there. I worked on this a ton last night. We watched an episode of a show, and I got lots of progress done doing that. And then I finished a sermon that I was watching, and I did not get near as much done. I was like taking lots and lots of notes, and so I did not knit near as much as I thought I would, but that's beside the point. Anyway, the point is, this is like really blowing out. Wow, maybe I'll just show it and then put it down to talk about. So here's my progress. I don't think I had even, actually no I hadn't even started this panel last week though, so you know, I made a good bit of progress since then. It's over halfway done, which is exciting. So I'm definitely going to be finishing it, hopefully over the weekend. That's my goal. I really, really, really want to have the entire body complete next week for the podcast, and then move on to sleeves. That is definitely the expectation, and I think I'll be able to do that. I am using Knit Picks Brava Bulky in the colorway Denim, and it's just a really pretty blue. I really like it. It's going to look really good with like leggings like this that I have on, or you know, any others basically, and that's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I was going for. I could also just use like a nice gray pullover like this, so maybe I will do that next. I'm really hoping that I just love this pattern and want to like refer back to it in the future. I am making the size small, so according to the measurements that she gave in the pattern and like fit and things like that, I would fit into the extra small. Like that's, you know, if I was following all of her directions, that's the size I would make. But I really want this to be oversized and cozy, and so I went up to the small, and there is not a big difference, hardly at all. I think within the entire body, I'm trying to remember, I think there might be like 12 stitches total, which is like maybe 4 inches difference. So, you know, really not much in the grand scheme of things, but I did want that extra rib. So anyways, it's going great. I'm really enjoying it. It's extremely mindless, which is definitely appreciated in a busy season of life that I'm currently in. But yeah, that's about it. I'm also using size 11 needles if you're curious, and this is a bulky weight 5 yarn, so definitely resulting in a nice loose gauge, which I love. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to share on this project. It's going well. Like I said, I'm really hoping to have the body done this week. That is my goal. I want to get it done sooner rather than later. Depending on how the sleeves are knit, I might be able to finish them this week because I love knitting sleeves. It's like just knitting a hat, basically, forever, or like the leg of a sock. It's just so simple, and the circumference is smaller than like the body. I really, really like knitting sleeves, so I'm excited for that step, for sure. Okay, and then the last work in progress that I have to share is the pair of socks that I'm currently working on. I have the leg on these done, I believe. Maybe I should count my rows to make sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't even have to finish counting. I have the leg done, which is great. That was like my basic goal for the week. I was hoping to get like the entire first sock done. That totally did not happen, like at all, but that's okay. That's okay. These are for a gift later this fall, so I'm not in a rush to finish them. But I would love to have them done before the end of the month. Like the whole pair done by the end of September. Surely I'll be able to do that. I think we have 2 weeks left in this month, which is crazy, by the way. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, here is the sock that I'm currently working on. It's so fun. It's self-striping, and definitely more than I thought it was going to, which I absolutely love. I am using my Success Socks pattern, which I've talked about a million times, but It's just my standard vanilla sock recipe. I will link it down below if you want to check it out. And then I'm making the size medium. So these are going to fit about a lady's 8 foot. And I'm making the size medium, so 64 stitches. And then the yarn that I'm using is Hobie Atlas. And this is the color number 7. So it's just really pretty. Like, the colors just remind me so much of fall. With those rich greens and oranges, reds, a little bit of pink. I love all of these colors so much. I'm fully enjoying this pair of socks. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I will have more progress to share on this project next week. I would love to finish the first sock. So that is my goal. Hold me to it. Body on the sweater, leg on the sock. I need to write all these goals down because I really want to accomplish them. But yeah, this week was just crazy. I was not able to get a lot of making done at all. I was so busy. And today is also Friday, which definitely plays a part. My film schedule is a little bit all over the place right now. I always film, whatever I'm going to film on the weekends because that's when I'm, off of work. And I'm off today, Friday, so I'm filming now and it's in the morning as well. So I haven't even done any making today yet. So kind of like losing today's progress because I'm filming today instead of like tomorrow or Sunday. But my point is, it makes sense in my mind why I don't have much progress to share, and I'm trying to validate that to you guys, apparently. Anyway, that is it for all of the works in progress that I currently have going that aren't designs. But I do have 2 designs to talk about, one brand new release and one whip that I'm currently working on and absolutely loving. So let's go ahead and chat about those. Alrighty, so let's talk about my brand new release first. This past week I launched the Mega Brilliant Beanie pattern. This is a free pattern that you can find on my blog or on Ravelry, or you can find the PDF on Etsy. It's not free on Etsy because you can't have something for free on Etsy, but it is inexpensive, so, and hopefully like one of those other 2 platforms that it is free on will benefit you as well. But this is just a really simple beanie pattern. It uses super bulky size 6 yarn and size 11 needles, so it works up in no time at all. There are 4 sizes included in the pattern to fit a head circumference of 16 to 22 inches, so the goal there is for a baby to a grown adult. And hopefully you'll find a size that suits your positive ease preferences or negative ease preferences, things like that. But yeah, so here are the 2 beanies that I made. I used Knit Picks Tough Puff, and I will link it down below. But that's what I used for these samples. The blue is Sky, and then this pink color, I believe, is called Flamingo. Yes, Flamingo is called Flamingo. So Sky and Flamingo, and then this really nice tan color is called Snickerdoodle, which I just love that name. I think it's such a good name for that color. But anyway, I hope you love this pattern. This would be perfect for like last minute gift ideas, or not last minute. You can make them now and just get them all done. But gift ideas, craft fair editions, if you are participating in any of those this season. But yeah, I hope that you just enjoy it. It's, like I said, beginner friendly, 1x1 ribbed cuff, and then just a stockinette body, and then some really simple decreases for the crown. You could top it with a pom-pom if you like, but I actually like these without the pom-pom, so I left mine off. But obviously that's completely optional. Yeah, so there is the brand new release for this week. And then I am also still chugging away on the Efficient Blanket. This is a pattern that's going to be coming out in October, kind of hoping for mid to late October. And I am obsessed. Can't talk. I am obsessed with this blanket. I am having so much fun with it. It has just been an absolute blast to work on. I have finished 2 colors. So this is color blocked, and I'm using 5 total colors of Knit Picks Billow, which is a 100% cotton and bulky weight yarn. So I'm using 5 different colors. My goal is to do a color section a week. And so far I have stuck with that, which has been really fun. So I'm hoping that I can keep that up. I'll be moving on to a really pretty gray this week. So I'll be caking that yarn up today and hopefully working on it throughout the weekend. But I have done 2 colors so far. So last week I shared this color, which is called Tea Rose. And then this week I added this entire mustard section, and it is the colorway Turmeric. So yeah, it is already massive. Like, this is going to be such a big blanket. something about the gauge. Like I gauged, did all of the math for this pattern, calculated how much yarn I would need and all of that stuff. And all of that is accurate. Like the gauge is on point, the yarn amounts are lining up, all of that. But because of the, like, what the gauge is and how loose the stitches are, and then just the nature of the yarn, it is growing and stretching more than I anticipated, which is totally fine. It's not a big deal. My point is this blanket is just going to be massive. Like, I typically go for 50 by 60 inch blankets. I am 5'1", so I'm like 61 inches tall. So it kind of works out, like, for my size. But this blanket is going to be more like 7 feet tall and almost 5 feet wide. Anyway, crazy. It's going to be huge, but I love it so much. It is already going to be like the coziest blanket. It's so lightweight and just airy and open and loose. I'm so excited to just like cozy up under it and be able to like kind of throw it everywhere and just not have to worry about it. Like, I'm really excited about it. It's been amazing. So anyways, I have fully enjoyed working on this. I've also been posting like a, well, I mean, it's only been like 2 weeks now, but every week I'll post an update in the form of a reel. And I'm excited about just like using that color in a little video of me crocheting on it from that week. It's just really fun. So I did that today. And I did it last week with the pink color as well. But anyway, that is it for designs this week. Like I said, also this yarn like sheds a good bit. So I now have fuzz all over my leggings. All over them. Wow, it's like really impressive how much it sheds actually. Kind of annoying actually. But oh well, it's worth it. Anyway, that is it for all of the design talk for this episode and yarny projects, all of that stuff. That's it. So I do have a little devotional to share with you guys and a life update. So I hope that you stick around for that. So for devotional this week, I wanted to talk about a song that I was thinking about earlier this morning. I was on a walk and just kind of praying and thinking, and this song came to mind, and I just like kind of had the time to really process the words of the song, I guess. And I very well might have spoken about this song before on that podcast because it's one of my favorites. I just really love this song and the message that it shares. But it's called The Blessing. It's by Cody Carnes, I think is how you say his name, and Carrie Jove of Elevation Worship. And I really like this song. So it's called The Blessing, if I didn't already say that. And the first part of the song is proclaiming scripture, basically. It's based off of Numbers chapter 6, I believe. I marked it though, so let's go to that. Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 through 27. But starting in verse 22, it says, "The Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the Israelites. Say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace." I mean, obviously that whole passage is so powerful and so beautiful and just kind of displays how God just loves us and wants to bless us and wants to have a relationship with us. And that's something that I've been thinking about so much over the past quite a few months now. I'm just like seeking him fully and first in everything and striving to have a personal relationship with him because he desires one with me. And the fact that, you know, the creator of the world and the universe and every single little thing in it knows me by name and wants to have a personal relationship with me is mind-blowing in the most overwhelming and beautiful way. And so like that's just something that I've been thinking a lot about lately and something that I've been striving to kind of uphold. I have fuzz all, like, I feel like it's everywhere from that blanket. Anyways, moving on. So that's kind of how the song opens, and then it goes into, I'm not sure if you would call this the chorus or not, because I don't know all the technical terms, and I should, so I apologize for that. But another large portion of the song, and this is kind of long, but I'm going to read it. The lyrics go, "May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and their children. May his presence go before you and behind you, all around you and within you. He is with you. In the morning and the evening, in your coming and your going, in your weeping and rejoicing, he is for you. Amen." And like that whole, I feel like it's just, it so accurately depicts how God seeks to be with us and seeks to bless us. You know, his favor is on us in this generation, in my generation, but then also in yours and the ones before us and the ones that are going to be coming after us. And then may his blessing be upon our family and my own family, and then my own children, and then their children and their children, and so on. And then his presence is all around us. It's before us, it's behind us, it's within us because of Jesus. And that there's just so much peace that comes in recognizing the fact that he is truly always with you. Whether you choose to recognize that or not, he really is. And like I said, there's so much peace that can be found in that. And then through everything, you know, whether you're weeping or rejoicing, whether it's in the morning or in the evening, whether you are busy or just trying to find rest, he is for you, and he is on your side, and he is right there with you, running the race, cheering you on. And it's just such a beautiful analogy. And so I was so encouraged by this song as I was thinking about it this morning in particular, but then kind of ever since I heard this song for the first time, it's been an encouragement. And I pray that it can be for you as well. I would love to hear what songs you love listening to. If you want to leave your favorite worship song in the comments, or if they aren't on because YouTube can be so frustrating, then you can send an email to thegracefultangle@gmail.com, and I will definitely read it and reply and share thoughts. Like I said, it's thegracefultangle@gmail.com, but it's also linked in the description box below, and you can send an email anytime about anything, and I will do my best to get back to you. But yeah, besides that, in terms of a life update, I feel like there's a lot happening that I'm not going to go into all the details, at least not yet, but God is moving and he is working, and it is so beautiful to experience. So like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's been a really beautifully overwhelming season of life. But then besides that, work has been going great. I'm still continuing to try to find balance between, you know, work outside of the home and in the home and business and everything. I feel like I've gotten so much, God has taught me so much about balancing all of those things, and I've kind of, I've put a lot of thought into that, particularly in the last few weeks, just business-wise, kind of thinking of, where I want to take it in the future. And so that's just been really, I don't know, just, a lot of thoughts about that overall, I guess, but it's been really good. I have some new designs that I'm going to be starting soon for the upcoming fall and winter seasons, which I am so excited about. I have lots of ideas, and I have had zero time to act on those ideas, so I'm hoping that changes over the next few days, and that I have some new things to share next week, and obviously lots and lots of progress, hopefully. That is the goal. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the episode. I hope that you found it inspirational and encouraging, and that you were just able to get something really good out of it, because that is always my hope. Like I said, thank you for watching. I hope that you are subscribed to the channel, and then don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And until next time, happy making. Bye.